Good afternoon and welcome to Quirky Crystal Crafting. Today I want to do a comparison video on these three products. I recently did a review on the Stabilo, tomato, potato, right? Whichever way you prefer. Because I feel that these come close to the King Art mixed media gel sticks as well as the Jane Davenport color sticks. The one thing with the color sticks is the casing no longer looks like this. So this is, she had a lot of her products and they were similar to makeup. And this is supposed to resemble lipstick because you pull it off and then it twists up just like that. The casing now, I believe they're still called color sticks. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have them because I have these. So I don't need those yet. At some point I probably will get them. The casings actually look very similar or look exactly like, if I can get it open, the King Art mixed media gel sticks. This is how her casings for the color sticks look now. I believe, if I'm correct, that's what she still calls them. These, they're not as hard or as firm as the Woodies, but they do react the same way, very similar. So we're just gonna show you that real quick. So I'm just gonna pick a few colors. We're gonna go with a purple, a red, and a blue, and we'll do that in all three products. So as you just saw me, I pulled out the three colors that we're going to be doing, purple, red, and blue. These are the other colors that came in this tin. And then the other tin that I have, or container here, has all of these colors. So I don't know if she has the same colors in the new casings that look like this, but these are the ones I have. Again, this casing is discontinued. And then we'll go ahead and grab the three colors from this pack as well. So you would think, sorry, it's ASMR. Okay. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. All right. We've managed to grab all of the colors necessary. So I have, get this out of my way. It would be nice, right? Sorry, I'm making a mess. Okay. Again, here we have the Jane Davenport color sticks. We have the King Art mixed media color gel sticks, and then we have the Woodies. Okay, so I've got two different types of paper here. We're gonna work with a pastel because the Woodies 3-in-1, so they're crayon, but they're also water soluble, and they're also like a pastel. So that's why I have the pastel paper. I don't have any white paper that is textured like this pastel paper. This was another pack of pastel paper that I had. It was from Paul Rubens pastel paper. but you can't really see on this one. The texture on here, it's very textured on this pastel paper, but it's very smooth, almost like a cardstock on this pastel paper. But we can go ahead and just do a test on both of them, and then I'm also going to be doing or using some mixed media paper. So we'll just do a quick swatching. We'll start with this pastel paper, and since I'm doing the comparison with the woodies, we're going to do the woodies first. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do the Jane Davenport color sticks. So again, these are definitely not as firm as the woodies. But they are more in texture, consistency, a lot more like the King Art than the woodies. But you could do essentially, if you were making a leaf, you can't get super fine, but you can see how you can still color a lot like if you were doing. So I would say roughly when you lay it down, the thickness of the lines is very similar. I'm not really noticing any difference. And when you look at the top of them, this is definitely a lot thicker. And then I would say the woody looks a little thicker, although than the Jane Davenport color sticks, but ultimately when you see it like this, the lines don't look that much different. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do, see, and then these ones are also very smooth like the color sticks when you lay it down. Sorry, I like to have those all covered. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Those are all three now. So again, so you know what they are. We have the woodies here. We have the JD color sticks, and then we have the King Art. Okay, hopefully you can see that. All right, so now let's show you the watercolor, or how all three of them are water soluble. So we'll do the purple and I'll do the blue. So this is on the woody, so that blends really nicely. There's no hard lines. And then this is the Jane Davenport color sticks. So again, this color is very vibrant, but all of Jane Davenport's supplies are vibrant, which is why I love her supplies, and then these are the King Art mixed media gel sticks. So again, this blends very similar to the other two, and again we'll try that with the blue. So you can see that they blend really nicely when you're using it as a water soluble product. That I don't see really any hard lines from when I put it down on paper. So it looks really nice. And now on here for the red color, we're going to show you how well it blends, because this is pastel paper, and as pastels, we'll see how well it smudges and gets into the tooth. So we'll do the red, and if we need to, I'll show you with a second layer. So that's what that one looks like, the woody. I'm gonna try to use different fingers. So that did have a little bit of water, but overall it's just a very smooth product. This one, I would say maybe I'm putting down a little bit more pressure than I did with the other two. So even though the consistency is as smooth as the JD color sticks, it just takes a little bit more effort to rub it into the paper. Let's just do another second coat so you can see how well it lays down with multiple coats in case person needs to use it for their artworks. So we'll just do another one here just to show you. Okay, I remember doing this one last. I'm doing it backwards. So the second layer definitely goes on a lot smoother, especially when you're rubbing it into the paper. And again, this is still very smooth product. And then the woodies, so I am putting a lot more pressure on here just because I'm trying to cover the paper. So if you can see, I'll try to give you so you can see. So that's what it looks like. Each of these, when you use it as a pastel, I'm not seeing any blue of the paper inside the middles areas of each of these areas. So that's what it looks like for this as a water soluble gel sticks crayons. This is what it looks like when you use it for pastel, and then this is what it looks like with the crayon. And I did not do this gel stick, so to show you when we use because this was the Jane Davenport and then this was the woody, and then I'll just do real quickly another leaf for the King Art. So it's definitely a little thicker. Again, the diameter of the product itself is a lot thicker than the woody and the Jane Davenport one. So the lines are going to be a lot thicker when you're laying it down. So you can't really do any detailed work, I think, especially it's too small, but it essentially does act like a crayon. It's just a lot creamier, and this is a lot firmer. So that's how it reacts on this type of paper. So let's just show you how it reacts on this type of pastel paper that does not have texture. I'm only gonna do one color each, so we'll go with purple. So we'll do the woody. I should have used red because I already have my fingers dirty for red. We'll do in the same order as the JD color sticks. And the King Art. And I was gonna do two different, so we can do water soluble on top. So you can already tell with the King Art, there's some hard lines there on this pastel paper. So the paper you use is going to make a difference. And then on all three of them, you can still see the hard lines. Second, we're going to do it as a pastel on this so we can see how well it goes into the paper itself. So we'll start with the King Art. So I'm already not liking this. This is probably not desired paper, because I've had to use a good amount of pressure for each of these products on this pastel paper. So if you're going to use it on pastel paper, this would be the pastel paper of my choice, and this happens to be the Strathmore pastel paper. So this comes with multiple colors. I don't know if it comes in white, but this was given to me by somebody, I don't remember who, so I'm not sure if it ever came with white or not, but it comes in 24, so there's a few. I still have some left. This would be the type of paper you'd want to use it on if you're wanting to use it more like a pastel for any of these three products. Now we'll just do a quick lay down of how it reacts on mixed media paper. So I use mixed media paper a lot because I like to do art journaling. So we'll just do again, we're just going to stick with the same three colors. So we'll do again 2 blotches. So we have our woody. And again, doing it in the same order, so that way that we did it in the last 2 papers. And again, we'll do the water soluble on top. The crayon part should be the same. It's not, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I just want to show you how it reacts to water and into the grain of it when we use it on different papers. So again, we have King Art. This is the Jane Davenport. The Jane Davenport looks to be doing a little bit better here, reacting on the paper, less hard lines where you can still see the blotch that I made. And then let's see how the woodies react. Okay, so I think the woodies are doing a really good job here too. Probably better than even the Jane Davenport. Okay, now let's do the pastel part. So, and we can do 2 layers as well so you guys can see. So I'm again putting a good amount of pressure on here to see how this reacts on mixed media. This already, Jane Davenport ones are just super creamy, goes right into the paper. And then again, this is a good amount of pressure, more so than I had to use for the Jane Davenport color sticks. So that's with 1 layer. So 1 layer already with the Jane Davenport did did well because I don't see any white in my little blotch here. Let's do a second layer for the other two, since it's not necessary for this. And let's see if we can cover up this mess. Okay, still using a good amount of pressure, but the white of the paper is now covered on my second layer. And then the white of the paper is now covered with the King Art as well. So this is, again, what you would be looking at if you're using these three products on these different types of paper. So this was the mixed media, the Woodies, Jane Davenport color sticks, and the King Art mixed media. So I think that these two reacted the best on mixed media paper. I think on pastel paper, the Woodies did really well, because again, when you look in comparison from mixed media paper here and pastel paper, they did pretty good with as a water soluble product, and the Jane Davenport did really well too. A little bit of hard lines here for the King Art, and a little bit here as well on the pastel paper. But overall, they're nice products. Either or would work for, I think, whatever you're doing. And yeah, that's how they react in these types of paper. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching and your time, and make art fun. Have a good day. Bye.